I thought I would share with you guys my first flight experience with my drone. Um, so basically, here's the results of my first flight. See the first the four blades there, and technically this is my first three flights. So first flight was inside, and ran the drone into the TV basically. Is what I did first. So that was first flight. Got it out of the box and just went on autopilot, and it got away from me and drifted towards the TV, smashed into the TV, tripped up that blade, and then I grabbed it, and then had a really hard time from there getting it to shut down. About 10 minutes later, I hadn't learned my lesson yet, so I decided, I'm going to try this again. Shouldn't be a big deal. And so what you see is all of these white marks on all of the blades, and all these scuffs in the middle is basically the drone went straight up into the ceiling and then just slid across the entire ceiling about 15 feet and just went across, and then that time again grabbed it by one of the legs and then tried to shut it down. And so basically I wanted to share this video with you guys because this is kind of what can happen if you think you know what you're doing and you absolutely have no clue. Because what I would have found out is that even by reading the instructions that are clearly in the box, basically says that even if it is like in a pause mode or just floating around, it's not gonna be perfectly still. It's gonna float, might float like 6 feet. It'll have like a 6-foot bubble that might be able to move through. So if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have tried to do it in the house. I figured I could get it under control and just kind of hover it a little bit, but that didn't work out, obviously. So basically the other thing I wanted to say is what I would have found out if I would have done a little bit more research before actually flying it is that there's an emergency shut off that just shuts down the motors. And so basically, if I would have known that right before it hit the TV or before it hit the ceiling, I would have tried to do that. The first time that I flew it and it hit into the TV, we grabbed the leg and then just held it there, tried to do everything we could, pause it, try to land it. But once you're holding it, I don't know if it doesn't know that it's landed or not, or what the situation there is. Basically, we finally got it to turn off without any more damage. So basically, I went from a drone or a little quadcopter like this little guy, and this was my only experience with a quadcopter. This one actually broke too. I ran it into a tree, and then my 3DR was the one I got, and then had this situation here. So definitely learned my lesson. Do your research, read all the owner's manuals, do additional research if you need to. Definitely go to the flight school that I think most of the apps may have, is just a beginner's guide. So definitely try to do that. Otherwise, thanks for watching.